everybody, welcome back to Beware the Terrible. Today we're going deck for you called the Rainbow Cafe featuring our Alcremie from Brilliant Stars. So Alcremie has the additional order ability which allows you to use your Café Master without ending your turn. That means you actually get to attach your energy and then attack at the same time and attach an extra one from your hand, a twin energy or another type of energy, because we are doing rainbow flavor. We're trying to do as much damage as possible with this attack. We are attacking with Alcremie for this deck, so this is the main attacker here. We're trying to do up to 330 damage with this attack, attaching up to 8 different types of energy from the deck, basic energy, doing 330 max damage. So we can do at least 250 damage or even 290 if we don't have all 8 different types of energy inside the deck. If we have a few stuck in a prize card, we can actually use Peonia to retrieve it. So Peonia helps us arrange our prize card as well. Super strategic card, by the way, because it actually helps you remember what position. If you remember what position you have inside your prize, only 3 cards though, you only get to put up to 3 prize cards in your hand and then arrange, put any card in your hand back to arrange them in any way you like. So you have to remember the position. If you have, for example, a boss order in your hand and you put it back into your prize, if you remember which position, then you can actually decide when to draw that prize card, and you can actually strategically use your boss order at the right moment that you need it, so they get to boss order their VMAX and then knock it out at just the right time. So super strategic card to play, by the way, but we are trying to use Peonia for this deck to do as much damage with Alcremie by drawing out our energy cards, by taking out those basic energies from the prize card, so that we get to attach them and put them into play by either using Café Master, shuffling them back into the deck, and then Café Master, or attaching from our hand. So Peonia helps us save our energy cards from the prize, essentially. But we are also, by the way, we can also play Choice Belt to help us do even more damage with this attack. If we don't get Peonia at the right time, we can use Choice Belt to help us substitute for those extra damage, because Choice Belt does 30 extra damage against VMAX, V-Star, any V cards. We get to do 20, for example, if we have 7 basic energies attached to our Pokemon, we can do 290 damage with this attack. Plus a Choice Belt, it actually helps us knock out a 320 HP VMAX Pokemon, or even a V-Star with a Big Charm or Heat Energy attached. We can actually knock it out quite easily. So we can do a knockout if we have a Choice Belt very easily, but we don't have that card in this deck, mainly because we want to be playing 4 copies of Experience Share to help us retain the amount of energy cards in play. Experience Share is super handy because it helps us retain the amount of different types of energies, allowing you to retain the amount of damage you get to do with this attack. Not only that, it helps you do more and more damage as the game progresses. So that's what we want to achieve for this deck. That's why we are playing 4 copies of this card instead of that Choice Belt. We are trying to slowly build up the damage that we do with Alcremie, and also since we are spreading our energy cards around, since we are attaching a single energy with to 3 different Pokemon with this card. We are spreading our energies with Café Master, we are spreading our energies with Experience Share. That means we actually get to prevent our opponent from discarding all of our energies. If they don't play Crushing Hammer, if they knock out 1 Pokemon at a time, we are playing Manaphy in this deck as well to protect our bench. So if they knock out any one of our Pokemon, we're guaranteed to save at least 1 or 2 energies with Experience Share, and that's enough because we don't have that many attached to that Pokemon anyways. If we have a Kecleon, we have 3 energy attached to it, then we can at least save 2 different types of energy and discard 1. That's fine. We have Energy Recycler and Rod later. We'll talk about that later, but Recycler Rod helps us recycle when we need to, because we only have one crucial copy. It's a very emergency situation because we only have 1 copy of each of those cards. So we want to be playing this just because it helps us retain our energy cards, and just because we are spreading our energies naturally with this deck with Café Master Alcremie. We're also playing Kecleon, by the way, for this deck with the super strong ability Chroma Shift and additional attacker. Chroma Shift actually helps you target the weakness of your opponent's Pokemon. If your opponent are not playing Dragon type Pokemon, you can actually target the weakness for 180 damage for a basic Pokemon. We are doing 180 for only 3 energies. We have Twin Energy, we have Café Master, and Experience Share to help us attach fast. That means all we need is 1 energy from the hand, and we are good to go for spinning attack, 180 damage for a basic Pokemon. Very strong 1 prize attacker as well. So we are trying to attack with 200 plus damage with Alcremie, and then collecting the knockout with either Kecleon or another Alcremie. We are playing 4 copies of Alcremie, 4 Milceries, 4 Bibarel to help us draw cards, and 4 Bidoof. So Bibarel, the reason we are playing 4 copies is because we can't actually draw cards with our Café Master, it is a supporter card. That means if you play this card, you cannot actually draw out the right cards into your hand. You cannot evolve your Pokemon, you cannot set up your bench Pokemon, you cannot attach your experience share, you cannot bring out your twin energy, you cannot do anything else. All you get to do with this supporter card is attach 3 different types of basic energy on 3 different bench Pokemon. So that is super restricted. It's a super specific confining card, a supporter card. You attach energy in a very specific way and you don't get to do anything else. So we need to draw cards, we need a different way of drawing the right cards into our hand, searching for the right cards as well. We have 1 Crymomatic, we have 4 VIP passes, so let's get to that later. But this ability is the key way we are trying to draw the right cards into our hand and get out our item, get out our supporter. We actually have other supporters as well, but the main one is Café Master. We want to be playing this turn after turn as early on as possible. All we need is 2 turns straight of 2 Café Masters to go, and that's good enough because we just need to attach up to 6 energies in play, and then 1 extra from the hand, 2 extra from the hand actually, because we have 8 different types of energy, and then we are good to go to keep recycling the energy with our experience share. We have 4 copies to help us retain those energy cards in play turn after turn after turn. All we need to do is spread our energy cards around, which is already done with this card. This card already requires you to spread your energies to your bench. That means if they knock out any one of your Pokemon, they can't knock out more than 1 because we have Manaphy to help us protect our bench, but they can actually use Avery to discard our bench. So make sure you're aware of that. Avery is going to destroy your bench supporting cards. It's going to destroy your Café Master because you're attaching to 3 different types of Pokemon. So Avery is a super destroyer for this deck. But if they don't do that, they are going to have to knock out one of your Pokemon one at a time, and then that actually helps you, reattach with your experience share every single turn. None of your energy is going to get discarded if you have your experience share out in play early on in the game. That's why we have Crymomatic to help us get experience share. If you get a hits with this card, make sure you get either a VIP pass if you want to go first, if it's your first turn, or an experience share, because if you can get an experience share with Crymomatic, make sure you do that because we want to be attaching as early on as possible to help us retain our energy cards without discarding it. If we discard it though, we have our Energy Recycler, we have 1 Ordinary Rod to help us shuffle back our Pokemon cards as well. So we have 4 Alcremie to attack with. We have also 2 Kecleons and 1 Rod to help us recycle our attackers. Our main attacking card is Alcremie, Rainbow Flavor, doing up to 330 damage with this attack. We can expect to do 290 or at least 250 damage with this attack early on in the game, as early on as the second or even the third turn, the second turn, my bad. And we can also collect the knockout with our spinning attack, doing 90 damage or even 180 damage if we hit the weakness. If we do only 90 damage if they're playing Dragon type, if they play Dunsparce or any weakness guard effects, Chandelier from Rebel Clash, protect your Pokemons with energy attached to them from weakness. If they play Chandelier, if they play Dunsparce, with Dragon types, we can actually collect the knockout still with spinning attack, surprisingly, because we are doing so much damage with Rainbow Flavor. 250 plus 90 damage is enough to knock out a VMAX, is enough to knock out Charizard V-Star with the Heat Energy and with the Big Charm attached. So we can knock out anything off the board unless they are playing Single Strike Duraludon with Abomasnow or something like that. Super high HP attachment like super high HP addition with Abomasnow and stuff like that. Then we can't hope to knock it out with 1 hit, with 2 hit. Then we can actually knock it out with 2 Alcremies though. So we need to shuffle back Alcremie. Make sure you get your rod out, make sure you use your rod for Alcremie because we want to be targeting, we want to be using Alcremie as much as possible, attacking constantly with this card. So make sure you attack, bench as many Milcery to start with because you want to be starting, this is the starting attacker we want to be using because we want to do as much damage first and then think about Kecleon later. This is actually a supporting card. A supporting attacker is an additional attacker that we want to be using. We don't need to rely too much on this card because we are not doing that much damage with this attack anyways, but we can actually do 180, which is not bad though if they don't play Dragon types, if they don't play Weakness Guard. 180 for a basic 1 price is quite good. It's actually super strong. So we are doing, you can actually do Farfetch as well, by the way. You can play Farfetch. The new Farfetch from Brilliant Stars helps you do collect the knockout by doing 10 extra damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. So you can actually do Rainbow Flavor and then Farfetch to collect the knockout, but Farfetch doesn't help you attack first. If you have Farfetch stuck in the active spot to start with, if you're stuck with nothing but a Farfetch and no Milceries, which is quite impossible because we have so many level balls and quick ball and VIP pass. But if you have nothing but Kecleon to start with, you can actually attack with Kecleon first. With your switch, we have 2 switch cards, so we can actually Café Master, attach extra energy to our bench Kecleon and then switch to the bench Kecleon to attack with that. Or we can even bench another Milcery or attack with the Alcremie, but we can attack with Kecleon first. What I'm trying to say is we can attack with spinning attack first, 180 damage. If we attack with Farfetch first, it's gonna be super bad because Farfetch only does 20 base damage plus 10 for each damage counter on the opponent's active Pokemon. So if they have no damage counter, Farfetch is only doing 20 damage for 2 energy costs, which is not good. So this actually helps you attack before Alcremie if you are stuck with nothing else. If you can't do anything but Kecleon, then it still allows you to do 180 damage if you get the right energy cards in time. If you don't, you have 1 Peony to save you. We have 2 copies of our fighting type energy and only 1 copy of each other types, just because fighting type helps you target Arceus V-Star. Arceus V-Star is very popular nowadays, so normal type like Glacé, we are trying to target those types, just because Arceus is so strong, overpowered. So if they play Dunsparce though, we can't actually target the weakness. That's the bad thing. So Dunsparce is going to totally destroy our Chroma Shift ability because we cannot use the ability to target a weakness. We have 2 Twin Energy and only 1 of each type, as I said, and we have 1 Air Balloon and 1 Escape Rope for the switch. We have 1 Boss Order and 1 Escape Rope for the extra Boss Order effect-ish, and we also have 1 Pokegear for the Café Master or our Marnie Shauna. We have only 1 copy of Shauna Marnie to help us shuffle back our energy cards into the deck. Put our energy cards, if too much ends up in our hand, we can actually put them back into the hand, put them back into the deck, and then play Café Master later, because Café Master does not allow you to attach energy cards from your hand. It only attaches from the deck 3 different types of energy, so it's super specific. If too many energy cards winds up in your hand, you're gonna have to shuffle them back with either Marnie or Shauna. That's why these 2 cards are kind of essential for a Café Master deck. So Café Master, or at least play Switching Cups or Oranguru if you want to play Café Master in your deck. So we have 4 copies of Café Master, 1 no Lumineon. We actually have Lumineon, but we can't. We don't want to play a 2-prize liability. We want to be playing a full 1-prize deck. We actually thought of using Snorlax, but Snorlax actually doesn't help you draw without ending your turn. Bibarel is actually better because it helps you draw before your turn ends, and you actually get to draw and attach and then attack with your with the new cards that you have in your hand. So Bibarel is definitely better, and we actually have to make sure we have Alcremie in the active spot before using our Café Master, as we all know, because that actually ends your turn if you don't have Alcremie in the active spot. So if you are stuck with nothing else, if you can't attack, you can actually play your Café Master still, and you can end your turn passing the turn, not doing anything else because you can't attack anyways. Might as well just play that Café Master. So we are playing 3 level balls to help us get our Alcremie and also our basic Pokemon. We have 4 Evolution Incense for Bibarel. We have 1 Quick Ball for our basic Pokemon, and we have Crème for Bibarel. We have 4 Bibarels, 4 Bidoof, and that's it for the list. So I hope you guys enjoyed this deck. Let's go ahead for gameplay and see how well this deck works. So let's go ahead for our first game versus a Zacian coin. Probably playing a Zacian V deck. So they have a gold Zacian coin and a gold Zacian box, I think. There's actually the new secret rare, ultra rare cards, gold VMAXs, like gold cards. I don't really like them, to be honest, because they are like quite ugly. They're gold and black in color, and you can't actually really see the art. You can't actually see the shape of the Pokemon. You can only see the the outline. You can barely make out the outline, to be honest, just because it's so, the gold is so the emphasis on the gold is overpowered. And we got a VIP pass. That's great. We're gonna do VIP for Bibarel, Bidoof, my bad, Bidoof and Milcery. Oh, we can actually do another Bidoof with the level ball. I thought I have a Milcery in the active, that's why I got the Kecleon. But we actually need the Milcery instead of the Kecleon. We can actually do 180 if they don't play Coating Energy. We have no Fan of Waves, so we can't actually avoid the Coating Energy weakness guard. We can actually draw either Manaphy. I don't think they're sniping our bench, so we might as well just draw either Milcery or another Bidoof. But let's just do another Milcery, just in case the boss order knocks us out. they can actually do a knockout the next turn. With the switch quite easily with the Brave Blade. So Zacian is ridiculous. It's a beast. It's a crazy beast. Here comes Metal Saucer. And they're gonna do Bird Keeper. Knock us out. No boss order at least. So we get to do our Bibarel and Alcremie. Let's hope we get to attach energy at least. If we get to play Café Master, I'm happy. They are drawing one prize at a time and they can't attack the next turn, so if they don't get enough switch cards, if we can play a Marnie, let's hope we can do it. We only have one copy of Marnie though, so let's not hope for that. Let's play Café Master instead if we can. So we're gonna attach our experience share and then draw more cards with Bibarel. We're gonna save our rod because we don't want to waste it. We're gonna just draw 4 cards with Industrious Incisors. And we got another Bibarel, that's great. We got Alcremie, another Alcremie. We're gonna draw everything. We're gonna use the gear for Café Master hopefully. If we get another support card, we may just decide not to draw it into our hand. Just discard the item and then, you know, use the second Bibarel. Oh, we actually decided to draw before the gear, before the Poke Gear, and we got the Café Master. So we got the Café. We're just gonna play it right now. If we do it right now though, they're gonna knock out the Alcremie the next turn. So I don't know if I want to do that. Because we don't have to end our turn after playing this card, but it looks like we can't do anything else. So we might as well just you know, retreat to Kecleon if we can, but we don't actually have an energy in our hand, and we can't draw any more cards, so we cannot retreat this turn. We don't have a fire energy, it's in the prize card, so we can't actually target a weakness for Kecleon, but that's fine. We're just gonna wait for Peonia or to draw the fire energy from the prize. We're gonna Poke Gear right now. We can actually do it the next turn though. We're gonna save it for the next turn. And we're just gonna pause the turn. It's quite sad because we don't have to pause the turn using the supporter card, but we can't do anything else. So it's the equivalent as not having Alcremie in the active spot. But we want to be saving Bibarel though. Bibarel actually helps us draw. It's more important than Alcremie, to be honest. Alcremie is our only attacker though. Only power attacker. We can attack with Kecleon but not enough damage. They have a Surge as their buff, by the way. That means they're forcing us to do 20 less damage. And they actually boss ordered the Kecleon. Interesting. Because Kecleon is not doing enough damage though. I don't know why they're killing Kecleon. They should at least knock out the Alcremie on the bench. Because Alcremie actually does a lot. It can do a lot of damage. Up to 330. So they are underestimating our Alcremie. And I think they may actually anticipate the scroll. So we don't have the scroll. We don't have the scroll of Flying Skies for this deck. So if we have the scroll, we can actually do 150 damage. I think it's 50 plus 200 damage. We can do, oh my bad, no, 160 damage multiplied by 2. That's 320 for the weakness. If we have a fire energy, we can do 320 with the scroll. So that's quite crazy, isn't it? Kecleon can actually do a lot. So I suppose that's why they knock out the Kecleon. But we actually have an experience share attached to it though. So they shouldn't be worried about the scroll, right? Because we actually have an experience share already attached. We can't attach another tool card. So it doesn't really make sense. Let's just draw 2 cards with Bibarel. We're gonna draw again with the next Bibarel. We may just do our Shauna right now. If we don't get a Café, okay, we're just gonna draw with the Bibarel, hope for another Café. If we don't get the Café, we can't actually knock it out this turn. So we couldn't do it. We have no Café Master. So let's just try to bench another Milcery with our Shauna. Let's do our Ordinary Rod for the double Kecleon. And then Shauna to bench something. We got the Kecleon and Milcery. Oh, it looks like we're going for the Bidoof. Triple Bidoof. Triple Bibarel. So we did 170, but thanks to the Surchaster Bath, they get to block 20 more damage. And then if they play Crystal Cave, they can heal even more damage. So Crystal Cave and Surchaster Bath is quite ridiculous. Crystal Cave especially. I'm pretty sure they have a Cape of Toughness. So Cape is gonna destroy us so badly. If they have a Cape on their basic Pokemon, on their Zamazenta, it's gonna be so much more difficult to knock it out. Because now we have no more experience share. We have two discarded experience share, which is bad news. Very, very bad news. We're definitely gonna do Café Master this turn. We definitely can do it. I'm quite sure. Not certain, but quite sure. There we go. And we got 3 VIP pass, which is super bad. So that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I told you guys about. VIP pass, if you don't get it early on, it's gonna get stuck in your hand. You cannot discard it, you can't do anything. So it may be wise to play a few Ultra Balls. Maybe one Ultra Ball to replace a Level Ball to help you discard your VIP pass. We do have Crème and a Quick Ball though. So let's just discard that and draw one more card. We can actually evolve and draw, so that's great. Oh, we can't evolve this turn because we benched it this turn. My bad. So we got 2 prize, we got a Crème, that's great. And another Café Master. So now we need 2 more V knockouts. If they evolve the Scizor, it's gonna be so much more difficult. We're actually weak towards Metal type. So they're doing so much damage to knock out the tiny little Alcremie. 90 HP. They don't need a lot of damage. But I don't think Hack Off can knock us out. Hack Off only does 30 damage, I think. Is it 30 or 20? I'm not sure. So they pause the turn not attacking. That's interesting. So they're giving us a free attack here. Are we going to use a boss order? If we do a boss order now, we can collect the knockout later, but they're probably going to evolve Scizor though. If they evolve Scizor, it's going to be so difficult to knock it out. But I don't think we can pass the turn not using the boss order. It's better just to target the Zamazenta right now. I think I'm just going to do that. Damage the Zamazenta, and if they Crystal Cave later, we can still knock it out with another Alcremie. Because the second Alcremie doesn't have experience. We can't actually do that much damage with the second one without our experience share. And I don't think we have enough experience share left. We have 2 more, but it may be in the prize card. So we're gonna do our boss order and then try to draw out the experience share before we do the attack. Because if we attack it, if we pass the turn, they're definitely gonna knock out the active. If they knock out the active, if we get the experience share, we can at least save 1 energy. And we didn't get the experience share. Oh well. 2 discarded. We got 2 more. We got no more rods, but we have an Energy Recycler. So we're discarding 4 basic energies. We have 4 discarded basic energy, which is super bad news. Super bad news. But we can actually knock out the Zamazenta with Kecleon. Even without the weakness, we can knock it out. Because it's, the HP is quite low. Without Cape of Toughness, it's only 70 HP remaining. So we don't even need the weakness. We don't even need the weakness. We can knock it out with Spinning Attack. But we may fare better using Café Master first. Thank you, you have a good deck as well. So, we actually have a switch though. We should have done our Café Master first and then switch. I don't think we have any more basic energy in the deck though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We actually have 2 more basic energies. Could be 1 or 2 could be in the prize card, so you never know. Let's just play a Marnie, because it's too late to use the switch right now. Too late for the switch. We got a choice belt. We actually have a choice belt for this deck, so this list is actually early. So I updated the list as the game progresses, as the video progresses. So this is quite early in the video. The recorded version, this is the recorded version of the gameplay, and the first few games actually have choice belt instead of the experience share, so we have 3 experience share and 1 choice belt. So I actually forgot about that. So that means we have 1 last experience share for this game. We need the energy recycler so bad. If we don't get the recycler, we're done. So that's why I decided to swap that choice belt for another experience share. You can see why. Because experience share is so important for this deck. If they play Tool Scrapper though, you can't do anything. Like, you can't avoid a Tool Scrapper. So we got Air Balloon and a Level Ball. They use the Marnie, which could be good because we haven't got our Energy Recycler yet, but we got Peonia inside our hand, which is bad. Now it's at the bottom. We got the experience share, but no Energy Recycler. So they're gonna use Hack Off right now. Hack Off actually discards our special energy. That means we can't attack with Kecleon, which is super bad. They're discarding our energy, special energy at that. And we're just gonna experience share to the Kecleon, draw 1 card at a time. Switch to Alcremie. We can actually attack with Alcremie first, and then collect the knockout with Kecleon. We need our fire energy though. If we have a fire energy, we can knock it out quite easily. We're doing 170 damage right now and 180 later, but they have a crystal cave though, so I don't think we can knock it out that easily. 350 minus 30, that's 320. I think Scizor is 320, so it's actually perfect math. We don't have any more energies, that's bad. So we just wasted the Café Master, but at least we get to draw 2 cards. We get to draw 1 more card, and we couldn't bench anything, so we're done. We can't do anything else. We're so done. We didn't get our Energy Recycler in time. We got the Rod too early, and no Recycler. No Fire Energy. Our only hope to win this game is with a Twin Energy. If we have a Twin, the next turn we can actually knock out the Scizor with Spinning Attack. Because 90 damage is enough once again. If they don't evolve the V card, by some miracle, if they don't evolve the Scizor, we can actually knock it out the next turn. We have a Peonia. If our Twin Energy, if our last Twin is in a prize card, we can actually use Peonia to get it out. But I'm not sure if it's in the prize though, because they just use a Marnie so many times. So if it's in the deck, we should be getting it by now. If it's not in the deck, it's probably in the prize, right? So we have 1 last Twin Energy. We need it so badly because we need to do our Spinning Attack. They actually didn't evolve. That means we just need that Twin Energy. We just need that Twin Energy. We're just gonna put Bibarel just for safety. And we got the Twin Energy from the top deck. That's great. That means we just need to retreat with Air Balloon, and 90 damage is enough. We get to do up to pile up to 23 damage counters, knocking out the 210 HP Scizor. Let's see what we have in the prize. We have the Recycler and Fire Energy. Oh my god. The two cards that we need. The two crucial cards that we need. So if you can use a Peonia to put your VIP Pass in the prize, make sure you do that because VIP Pass is so difficult to discard. You cannot discard it that easily. And we are finally doing it. We are finally doing our Energy Recycler. We don't need to though. We just need to knock it out. But, you know, might as well just do it because it actually completes the game that way. And we recycled, we drew, and knocked out the Scizor. For the last two prize winning against Zacian V deck. That's great. Our first win against Zacian Zamazenta and Scizor. So let's fight against Astro Cougarman now. Astro Cougarman. What a weird name. They got a Dragon deck sleeve and deck box. A Dragon Claw deck sleeve. Got Kecleon to start with, one level ball, not too bad, but I would hope for a VIP pass ready. If you have a VIP pass, that'd be great. I mean, we have 4 copies, it shouldn't be that difficult to get it, right? But apparently most games you don't get it, unless you have your Peonia or Crème or stuff like that. But it actually doesn't show up that easily. And as I said, if it shows up late, it's gonna be a big problem. With Bibarel only allowing you to draw up to 5 cards in your hand, it's gonna be so disruptive. Gloria actually helps more, but if you play Gloria though, you can't do Café Master for your first turn going second. If you go second on your first turn, you can do either Gloria or Café Master. And if you do VIP Pass Café Master, you can actually do 6 energy attachments, 6 free energies from the deck by your second turn. Playing 2 Café Masters back to back, obviously. But that's quite a long shot, but we are playing 4 copies of Café Master though, so it's not that impossible. I'm pretty sure the statistics is there. It's quite likely, not too likely, but still more likely than not. At least 5% or like 10% you can actually pull off a double Café Master from the first turn, from the get-go. You can't attack on the first turn, so might as well do Café Master, right? Even without Alcremie ending the turn. So we got Milcery. Again, if they play Avery, it's gonna be super bad. As you can see, if they play that card, we're gonna have to discard either our Bidoof and Milcery or our Milcery and Kecleon. But we have an energy attached to Kecleon, so I don't think we can afford to discard it. So Café Master to end the turn. We're gonna attach Psychic Energy to Kecleon. Do we have the Psychic Energy? Because they're actually playing Urshifu. I actually forgot that Alcremie is a fairy type. That means Psychic, you get to knock out the Urshifu quite easily. We got our... I actually decided to attach Lightning instead of Psychic because we want to be saving that. We have more Café Masters. If we attach the Psychic right now, they're very likely to just Boss Order, Gale Thrust, knock us out. So might as well just not bait them, because they're probably gonna Drizzle for a Boss Order. 1000%. We can do Gale Thrust already quite easily. There we go, the Drizzle. And they got Inteleon. It's a Drizzle though, no Rare Candy, thank god. Are they gonna do it? Boss Order? We have no experience share. We should have just spreaded our energies and attached the Lightning to the barrel. And then experience share on the Kecleon later. Because now they can actually do... Oh, no Boss Order, that's great. They can actually do, you know, Pokemon Catcher or something on the bench Kecleon and knock it out. To discard an extra energy type. Scuba Met. They actually researched discarded the Inteleon, which is quite Interesting. We discarded the Shady Dealings Intelligence. We got the Psychic Energy. That means we get to do 180 damage with the bench one because we have a switch as well. So let's just damage it right now. We got a clean 180 damage. If they play Cheryl though, we can't win that easily because, well, we're not knocking out with one hit. But we can do a one hit knockout with Alcremie. We just need 200 plus damage. 210 is enough to knock it out. And we got Choice Belt again for this list because it's early. The game we haven't progressed that much yet. So it's definitely better to have 4 experience share. Can't stress that enough. 4 is definitely better. We're gonna level ball for Alcremie. We're not gonna use Crème. We're just gonna save the Crème. We actually don't need the Choice Belt though, because Choice Belt is not doing a lot. So let's just discard the Choice Belt. And we got a Tails, but that's okay because at least we get to draw cards with Bibarel. So Crème, even though kind of the same as your Genesect, Crème, Genesect, Crème, Bibarel, even though you get a Tails, you still get to draw cards with Bibarel by helping you discard your hand. You'll draw it on the next turn though because we already used the ability. So 90 plus 30. We're only doing 240 damage with spinning attack, not enough to knock it out. So might as well just discard the Choice Belt, right? You can actually attach the Choice Belt to Alcremie though, but I don't think we need that much to knock it out. We just need 4 different types of energy. We got the Recycler in our hand, that's great. If they don't play Marnie, I don't think they're going to. We just gotta research. If they don't play Marnie, we just need 1 more type of energy to knock out the Urshifu. They're probably gonna retreat Gale Thrust right now. If they play Melanie, no Melanie. We can actually do Rapid Flow because we have no Manaphy. And we need a Manaphy. I just realized that. We need Manaphy so bad. I'm not sure why I did not think of that because they're playing Rapid Flow. I just realized we have no Manaphy. So we need to get Manaphy out right now this turn. If we don't get it out this turn, we are done for. We're just gonna Energy Recycler and then draw 3 cards. Hopefully get another Bibarel. Probably gonna get it though. We have 3 more copies and 4 Incense in his deck. No Ultra Ball though. I may just replace a level ball for an Ultra Ball because Ultra Ball is quite useful. I don't think we need our Bidoof Bibarel because we can actually discard extra copies of Bidoof Bibarel with Ultra Ball. And extra copies of VIP Pass obviously. And any other item cards that we don't need at the moment. We're gonna do Café Master and then knock out the Urshifu. Café Master is a perfect one. We just need that 1 Café Master. So we actually attached the twin to the active, which was quite weird. I don't think we had the Darkness energy before the draw though, but we got another Bibarel. And we just got our Café Master, so we're gonna play it right now and we're gonna attach our Psychic to Kecleon. We're gonna attach a Fighting here and a Fire or a Lightning. Let's just do Lightning. Or maybe Fire. Doesn't really matter, to be honest. But since they're playing Water type, if they have Water type, we can actually do a Inteleon knockout with Kecleon if we have Lightning energy attached to it. So let's just save Lightning for Kecleon because they are playing Fighting and Water type. We need Fighting type to knock out a Crobat though. But we can actually kill the Crobat or the Inteleon with Alcremie, so we don't really need Kecleon that much. And we killed the Urshifu with 1 hit, 250 multiplied by 2, and they just conceded. We did 500 damage with 1 hit, knocking out Urshifu, and they got no Raihan for the Rapid Flow. We got no Manaphy though. No Manaphy on our bench. We actually survived an Urshifu. We won against Urshifu without Manaphy. That was a big surprise. So if you're up against Urshifu, make sure you get Manaphy out. With Level Ball, we actually could do it, but we totally forgot about the Rapid Flow. I'm not sure why. I think because they weren't so intimidating. They were attaching energy one at a time. They didn't play their Melanie. They got no Melanies in your deck apparently. Thank God. But definitely golden rule, get Manaphy out if they are playing a spread deck. Jump bluff, anything. So we got Peonia to start with. We got 2 Bibarel, which is great. I'm just gonna keep our Bibarels and put Café Master, and we actually get to put whatever we want in the prize. That means we can get it back later. We're gonna put Escape Rope, Twin Energy, and our Café Master there. And I actually forgot the position. We should have remembered, but at this point of the game, I actually got quite tired, and I got really annoyed at, losing a few games before this. So I was quite tired by this point. That's why I forgot about the positions. As you'll see later on in the game, we actually needed certain cards inside the prize, and we could have won the game much earlier if we got the right prize cards, if we drew the right prize cards. But we didn't have the foresight. Just because we didn't remember. We did not remember what position the prize cards were. So we're gonna do Bibarel Evolution and bench that Bidoof. Attach a Darkness Energy. We can't play Café Master because it's gonna end our turn. We're gonna have to be forced to play the ability first before using the support card. So they're playing a Torterra deck. Very interesting. Torterra with probably a Leafeon VMAX because they're playing Galarmine. So Torterra, Leafeon VMAX. Leafeon for greening cells, VMAX for the super strong attack. And Torterra, they got Grottle with Sundren Shell. Quick Ball. Eevee. Okay, they're playing the one price Leafeon. The one price Leafeon, probably the same attack as the VMAX, doing extra damage for each colorless in your opponent's energy retreat cost, for each energy pellet in their retreat cost. So Bibarel has 4 energy retreat now. Air Balloon is not going to do anything. Air Balloon is rendered obsolete. We at least got 2 Bibarel right now. They decided not to knock us out. They could have knocked out the Bibarel, but they decided to use V-Search instead. Very interesting. Very interesting. Because if they knock us out, we can actually do... we may be able to kill the Torterra, or we can't. We actually can't, because we are only doing 180 damage with spinning attack. So we actually can't knock out the Torterra. So they definitely should have knocked us out earlier. If they knock us out, we actually are stuck with nothing but 1 Bibarel on bench. But 1 Bibarel is good enough though. It helps us prepare the next Milcery. But getting 2 is better. We get to play 2 this turn, which is great. And let's just pass the turn. We have to attack with Alcremie, knocking out the Torterra, anything with Alcremie. It's probably gonna stay in the bench for a while though. So if it stays in the bench, we're just gonna attack with Kecleon and try to get our experience share with Crème. But we don't want to discard our Energy Recycler though, so Leafeon, promo card, doing 30 extra damage for each colorless in your opponent's active Pokemon retreat cost. And we got another Milcery, another Alcremie, that's great. Evolve that. And they haven't knocked us out yet, surprise surprise. They haven't knocked us out yet. So this is gonna be a long game here. We got Shaymin, Shaymin V, and Shaymin VSTAR, very interesting. They may not be playing the VSTAR though, you never know. And we got Torterra and Leafy. 2 energy attacker for Leafeon and Torterra. Leafeon actually just used 1 energy for the Leaf Guard, but the other attack requires 2 energy. And they got Choice Belt for the Torterra, they got the VSTAR. They got the healing ability. So 190 HP for Torterra, they can actually heal the damage with the Star Bloom ability. 120 damage heal from all of your Pokemon. Quite interesting. All of your grass Pokemon though, only grass type Pokemon. So that means you don't need a Manaphy. You can actually use Star Bloom if you're up against a spread deck, unless they knock it out with 1 hit. If they knock out your bench with 1 hit, like a Kyogre, then you can't use Star Bloom anymore. So we're gonna do Crème Omatic for no cards apparently. But let's just draw, at least we get to draw. No Air Balloon, because we can't actually do anything with that Air Balloon. We need to attach a twin energy for the retreat even with the Air Balloon. Without the Air Balloon though, we're gonna be kind of stuck here at this spot. So Galarmine is a big trap against us. Just because we're not playing that many switch cards for this deck. We have nothing but Escape Rope and Air Balloon to fall back on. And we just discarded the Air Balloon, so we shouldn't have done that to be honest. But we were hoping for a Escape Rope with that Crème Omatic. Hoping for a heads for Escape Rope. And they just killed the Alcremie, which is super bad. We got no experience share. We got the Rod and Recycler though. We're gonna do the Rod right now. Kecleon, Rod, and Milcery. Spinning attack. If we attack with Kecleon right now, we have to do a Recycler the next turn. And then let's just do Rod right now and play Café Master the next turn for a Torterra knockout. Because if we definitely need experience share, right? We need to draw experience share out somehow. So Ultra Ball is definitely a plus for this deck. It's definitely considered useful. We got our experience share, that's great, finally. We got experience share to the Milcery, obviously. And then Marnie, let's do our ability first. Second time, we got a third Bibarel as well. Are we gonna play the boss order or are we gonna just Marnie? I don't think it's smart to play the boss order right now. Let's just save it for later. Let's save our boss order for a rainy day, because we can actually knock out the Leafeon, which can do quite a lot of damage to us. We are a low HP Pokemon. We're playing very low HP here, so we can knock out anything with Leafeon. So let's just kill the Leafeon without and don't play the boss order. So Marnie completely destroyed us because we got 3 Evolution and a Café Master. But it's not too bad though. And as you can see, we drew the wrong prize. We drew another Café Master. We just blindly drew the prize card, and we clearly knew, and we clearly could have known which card we have placed in the prize, because we actually arranged with Peonia earlier. We played Peonia and we have Café Master, Twin Energy, and Escape Rope in the prize, but we totally forgot the arrangement. Evo Press. And Shaymin is slowly charging up. The V-Stars are actually quite slow though. Cherrim doesn't work for Shaymin, so Shaymin's gonna need Greeting Cells, is gonna need Experience Share Raihan, because it needs like 2 energy, right? I'm not sure if it's 3 or 2. I think it's just 2 energy. Revenge Blast. Revenge Blast does a lot of damage. I'm gonna attach the fire and then hopefully get another experience share for the next Kecleon. So then we get to transfer the fire to the Kecleon if that Milcery gets knocked out. It's gonna evolve to Alcremie this turn, so it's gonna become Alcremie now. Let's just attach to the active, evolve Café Master, and draw one card with Bibarel. Fighting and Metal Energy. We're gonna save one energy in the deck just for security, because we may need that energy for the retreat cost or something. You never know if you need the energy. So I'm not sure why they just said well played. It's not over yet. The game is far from over. We have 16 cards left in the deck. 5 prize cards, they have 4 prize cards, so the game is so far from over. But we have experience share though. That means we can actually knock out the Shaymin. We can kill the Shaymin with our second Alcremie quite easily, thanks to the experience share. We're doing 250 right now. 210, my bad. Only 210 damage. But we're doing 250 the next turn, even without the Café Master. We have no more energy inside the deck though, so Café Master is not gonna help. Revenge Blast. And let's just attach Grass, and it doesn't really matter because Alcremie has no ability. I mean, it doesn't have the Chroma Shift ability. So let's just bench that, attach a Lightning to a Milcery. Play that one. Even though we don't get to do anything with the support card, we get to discard it at least, helping us draw one card at a time with Industrious Incisors. Should we just attack? We're just gonna do Café Master for 1, bench another one, so that we get to evolve the next turn, draw another one card. Quite sad, is it? Draw one card at a time. And we get to reduce minus 3 cards the next turn, but we're actually drawing 2 prize this turn, so it's kind of the same thing. We got experience share and VIP plus, which is bad. Got experience share, which is good though. Experience share is not bad. Boss order. Oh my god, they pulled the Bibarel. So now we need 3 more energies to retreat, which is ridiculous. We got escape rope in the prize. I just want to remind you guys that we could have drawn escape rope on the last turn instead of the VIP pass. We could have gotten escape rope and a twin energy instead of the VIP pass and experience share, but we actually need the experience share though, so no complaints there. But escape rope, definitely a crucial card. We definitely need that one. If we had it, we could have done escape rope, boss order, kill the Crobat, and we're done. And we actually won so much easier. But we couldn't use Shauna and boss order at the same time, so we're gonna have to wait one more turn to use the escape rope. If we got both escape rope and boss order with Shauna, so it's actually quite difficult to play that. I just realized, even if we have it inside the deck. We're just gonna pass the turn until we get our twin energy, maybe retreat and attack. If they boss order again, I have no idea what to do. We can actually use Tail Smash. Bibarel can actually attack with Tail Smash, doing 100 damage if you flip a heads. If you flip a tails, you're doing 0 damage, so Bibarel is a super useless attacker. perfectly useless. 3 energy for only 100 damage as well. 100 is very low for stage 1, come on. But the ability is super strong though. Kind of the same as Chinchino, it only does 40 damage. No other attacks. But 1 energy for 40 is quite strong though, right? 1 energy for 40 quite powerful. Energy assist, you get to attach an energy from your discard pile as well. So Chinchino is definitely super powerful. The ability is strong, the attack has a super strong effect. Decent amount of damage, so not bad actually for 1 energy. We're just gonna wait it out and then play our Energy Recycler at the last minute, because we can actually retreat with Bibarel. We just need to wait for the twin energy, 1 twin energy attachment and then 1 basic energy for the retreat, and we're good to go. If we get the twin energy early, we can actually try our luck by flipping the coin. Hopefully knocking out the Grotto. If we knock out the Grotto, all we need is 1 more knockout with Alcremie, and then we're good to go. So all we need is 1 more energy for the retreat, and then Alcremie to collect the last knockout for the last prize. Boss order, we can even use boss order to target the Leafeon on the bench instead of the Crobat. And the last one is Escape Rope, guys. Wasn't that stupid? We could have gone Escape Rope, but we didn't have it. We didn't have the memory to draw that prize. We totally forgot where Escape Rope was left at. Well played. You never know though. You never know what they're gonna play, what they have inside the deck. So if they have, like, for example, a boss order, another boss order, or a Leafeon VMAX VSTAR, you really never know what they're gonna play, you know. They have a very interesting deck though. They got Shaymin, Torterra, and Leafeon. 1 price Leafeon. Brilliant Stars. I don't think Leafeon's from Brilliant Stars though. I think it's promo Leafeon. So we're just gonna retreat and boss order knockout the Crobat just because we can. We got double twin thanks to the prize card, and we actually did a lot of damage with that. Can actually knock out the Shaymin V-Star without the boss order, but it's actually safer to do the boss, just in case they have, like, you know, damage reduction buffs, like Stone Energy, Heat Energy, Big Charm, Surchester Bath, stuff like that, Phalanx V. But some of those doesn't work for grass type Pokemon or Shaymin even. So now we're up against Kyogre. All we need is level ball for Manaphy. We're definitely gonna get Manaphy right now. We need Manaphy like madness. If we don't get Manaphy in the first turn, we're done. We're gonna attach the darkness. We don't need the darkness. We need lightning, water, and metal energy against Kyogre, Volcarona, and Cryogonal. Chroma shift into lightning for Kyogre, water for Volcarona. We don't need to chroma shift for Cryogonal because it's only 90 HP. 90 HP is not gonna do anything. Okay, we got the Bibarel. We got a level ball for Alcremie. We should be benching another Bidoof though. If we bench the Bidoof, we can actually play the Café Master before ending the turn. We have to play the ability first though, so make sure you remember to make sure you use Bibarel's ability, all of your Bibarel's ability before playing your Café if you have no Alcremie in the active spot. If you have it in the active spot, you can actually play Café anytime you want. You have total freedom to play that card whenever and however you like. Fire, Grass, and Psychic. Spreading the energies to 3 different Pokemon. Escape Rope. Oh my lantern. They're gonna do Escape Rope to Cryo, and they're gonna Element Chain right now. Okay, they got 2 attackers. No Sonia, that's great. No Quick Ball for more Kyogres. Only 2 attackers. I think we can deal with that. We're not gonna play a Marnie, because Marnie's definitely gonna give them a Sonia on the next turn. Or a Quick Ball at the very least. So no Marnie. We just got back the Marnie with our Shauna, because they desperately wants us to play that Marnie. They're so desperate for us to play Marnie. We're gonna experience share to the Milcery, save that energy card, and then draw 2 with our Industrious Seasons. We can actually play Escape Rope this turn, but I didn't have the foresight. We should definitely have played Escape Rope, but if we did that though, they could very easily top deck a Sonia and then Element Chain for even more Kyogres on the bench. So might as well just kill the Cryo, right? Might as well just deal with the Cryo first, and then the 2 attackers later. So we knocked out the Cryo for 1 price, but the first one is a Egg. Horrible. $120 damage is enough to knock us out. They can't use Aqua Storm thanks to Manaphy, but they can actually use Aqua Storm to discard their deck, so they get for Volcarona to do more damage. To help Volcarona do more damage, but they don't need to do that much damage though. They just need to wait for Kyogre to get knocked out. We can use Escape Rope right now to knock out the Volcarona. Pretty sure we have enough energies in play. We can do Escape Rope, Café Master, and then Rainbow Flavor to knock out the Volcarona V. We're doing 210 damage already without the Café Master. We're doing so much more damage with it. And they just conceded. We won against Kyogre, guys. We won against Kyogre, Volcarona, Cryogonal. That's great. Crazy broken Kyogre deck. Finally got a counter. We finally got Water Veil Manaphy against Kyogre bench destruction. Bench killing deck. Total bench destruction deck. Doing 250 damage to 2 bench with 500 cumulative damage. That's madness. For 1 price basic Pokemon. The only way you can kill a Kyogre is with boss order without the Manaphy. Before the Manaphy, you can actually do Rapid Flow. Either Rapid Flow to knock out the Kyogre. It's not even enough because it's 130 HP. So you need like Zigzagoon Rapid Flow. Or you can actually do boss order, knock it out before they do their Aqua Storm. If they don't have enough Kyogre on the bench, they're gonna be quite screwed. Because we can actually boss order before they do the Aqua Storm, because they are passing the turn using Element Chain. So let's just focus on this game right now. Weezing. We're up against Weezing ability lock deck. We can't use Bibarel's ability. We can't use Kecleon. But more importantly, we can't use additional order. That means we cannot, we cannot pass the turn. We have to pass the turn playing the Café Master even with Alcremie in the active spot. So that's the super bad thing about being up against a Weezing Control deck, and now they are forcing us to discard our bench. We're forced to discard the Kecleon. We don't need a Kecleon just because we can actually knock it out quite easily with Alcremie. Kecleon requires 3 energies, and we can't actually use experience share just because they're using damage counters. Sorry, they're using special conditions to knock us out. So experience share is not gonna help us in any way. So experience share for Kecleon is not gonna help, so it's better just to discard it. And we can't use, I thought we had it, I thought we won the game already, just because we can use Café Master and attach one energy and we're good to go. We just need another energy though. We just need 2 more energies. 2 more basic energy to knock out the Weezing. But we can't do it just because we cannot play Café Master without passing the turn. So that's how bad it is. It's super bad just because we cannot play Café Master. If we attack right now, we can't use Café. If we use Café, we can't attack. So this is super bad. I don't think we should bench the Milcery because they're definitely gonna play another Avery. Let's just do it though. If they play another Avery, we're just gonna discard the Bidoof. I don't think we have a choice. Experience share is not doing anything anyway, so might as well just discard the experience share. It means nothing, and Bibarel means nothing as well. Bibarel doesn't do anything unless they bench a coughing. And if we get a escape rope, we can do Industrious Incisor for 1 turn, but it's not doing much. It literally is not doing much. And Crushing Hammer, they got Tails with Crushing Hammer, which is super lucky. Thank God. No hits with the Crushing Hammer. And they just bench. Are they gonna bench it? Please bench it. Please bench it. Yeah, they just benched it. If they don't play a Boost Shake, we can actually escape rope Ball Sorter to help us buy an extra turn of the ability. So it's a very, very annoying deck that we're up against. We're up against a super annoying Weezing deck. They haven't got their Galar Mine yet, but they got Fan of Waves in his deck. We just saw Fan of Waves from the Mulligan just now. So they're definitely gonna play Fan. We have Twin Energy, so it may be wiser not to attach that to our Pokemon, just because they are gonna Fan it immediately after. So might as well just play nothing but basic energies. I got quite impatient here, if you guys notice. Sorry about that. I got really impatient because the Weezing deck, this guy is taking really long for every small decisions. Every single decision that he's taking is so slow. I suppose you have to be playing a control deck. You have to, you have to consider so many different factors. Playing a control deck, you have to be so slow in considering as well, making those tiny important decisions. But it's really annoying though. It's so annoying, especially when they're playing cards like Crème, Crushing Hammer, flipping coins. If they get heads with those cards, it's gonna be so frustrating. Can you imagine? Crème control deck, Crushing Hammer control deck. It's a very bogus deck. We got another experience share. We're just gonna waste it. We're just gonna discard the experience share and then attach it and then discard it when it gets knocked out, because we don't need it. Might as well just attach it, right? But we decided not to yet for some reason. I think we forgot to attach it. We should definitely have done it earlier. We should have attached to the Alcremie, because then we get to discard it from our hand quite easily. Because we may need to use Air Balloon for... I think we discarded the Air Balloon already, I'm not sure. But we may need to use Air Balloon for the bench, one of the bench Alcremie, so we can't actually attach too many tool cards. And I got impatient again, sorry guys. Like, they're taking so long. Can you imagine how annoying it is? It's always very frustrating playing against someone who takes so long to decide. I mean, sometimes I take really long as well, but not every turn though. Like some turns, yes, but not every single turn. another Weezing. So it's an auto knockout thanks to the severe poison from the last turn. Alcremie is getting auto KO'd. We got another one, another 2 ready to go, so we shouldn't be too worried. We have 5 prize cards left though, so we're gonna keep recycling the Weezing turn after turn, locking ability over and over. It's definitely gonna be super annoying, this one. We're just gonna put Alcremie, hope for a Café Master. If we get a Café Master, we can, you know, attack much easier. Oh, we're just gonna play Peonia. I just decided to play Peonia instead. I don't think we have any more basic energies though, because they just discarded our energies with poison. That means we can't actually use experience share. We're just gonna put experience share, VIP pass, all the cards that we don't need. We can actually put the incense as well. So we're gonna put the incense at the 4th position, because normally we draw 1, 2, 4, 3, 5, 6. So let's just put Evolution Incense at 4, because we don't need the VIP pass or the experience share anymore throughout the entire game. We got another Milcery. Are we gonna bench it this turn, or are we just gonna keep it in the deck? Okay, we're gonna bench it right now, and Industrious Incisor. We just need 1 energy. We got the energy, that's great. And we're gonna kill the Weezing, the coughing, like that. We actually get to draw again. 1 card though. Got another incense, and we get to draw the prize now. So we're gonna draw the other one, the other 2. So we can evolve the next Alcremie quite easily, even if they Marnie us. They should be playing Judge Marnie and Avery, all the control support cards, Oleana, Boss Order. I mean, they have so many. They have room for so many cards. It's because they're playing nothing but Weezing, Neutralizing Gas, and Severe Poison. Poison though is not perfect, is it? Because your opponent can actually defend against the special condition quite easily, but they can actually force them to deck out. So they can force the opponent to deck out and win the game that way. But if they poison, it's going to be much easier though. If they knock out Pokemon with poison, because they're doing 4 damage counters, 8 damage counters every turn. Pokemon checkup. So that's quite a lot. And if you get knocked out with poison, you can't use Raihan, you can't use Bruno, Cynthia, you can't use so many things. Experience share doesn't work. A lot of things doesn't work. But you know, you can use Galarian Rapidash to protect from the special condition. You can use your you know, on the next set we have Virizion V. Virizion V with the old ability, the old EX ability, allowing you to protect all of your grass type Pokemon, all of your Pokemon with grass energy attached to them from special conditions. So any Pokemon that has grass energy attached recovers from all special condition and can be affected by special conditions. So we're just going to attach the twin energy here. And let's not forget we have impact energy and aromatic energy. Aromatic energy impact protects you from poison, from any special condition. Impact only protects from poison. We're just going to discard the fighting because we have actually 2 copies of that. We're going to quick ball, discard the VIP pass. And we just attached the twin, which is actually a bad idea. It's a big mistake. But retreating is a good choice though. It's better just to retreat. We should actually retreat to the other Alcremie and attach the metal energy instead, because they're gonna fan of waves right now and we're gonna be stuck the next turn. We're gonna be stuck because we can't attach 2 energies in a single turn without playing a twin, and twin is going to be at the bottom thanks to Fan. Unless we shuffle the deck, we're not going to be able to draw it out that easily unless we get the other one. So Marnie. Got Crème Omatic, Energy Recycler, not bad. Okay. Fan of Waves, what I tell ya. We just use Fan. Fan Destruction. Ascension. No Café Master. Complete denial. No Café Master. No Industrious Incisor. We can still play Café obviously, but we can't you know, we can't do it without pausing the turn. We have to end our turn playing that supporter card. And we got nothing. We don't want to use Cryogonal because we want to save our Energy Recycler. We should have just used it already, the Recycler. They may play more Crushing Hammers though. So here comes Avery. We're gonna just discard Kecleon and the Bibarel without the energy attached. Might as well just do that. We don't need experience share. We got another Bidoof in our hand, so they're actually helping us bench more Pokemon and empty our hand to draw cards that we need with Bibarel. Here comes another Coughing. We got 3 prize cards left. We're not doing too badly. We got 5 prize cards left. We got 17 cards left in the deck. So it's actually like in the red zone now. We're closing the danger zone. We have to play our Recycler at the right time, making sure we shuffle as many cards back into the deck as possible, buying us a little more time before we deck out, because they're definitely gonna plan on decking us out to win the game. They can just boss order stall us with a Bibarel on the active spot. So we have to consider a lot of things against a control deck. But looks like we just played the Recycler, so that we get to pull Café Master. We want to be playing Café this turn, ending the turn, but that's fine. We can't attack anyways. So we got 3 energies, that's great. So now we just need to wait for the active to get knocked out. There's no way they can recover our Pokemon, their opponent's Pokemon, from special conditions. So Alcremie is getting knocked out this turn, at the end of this turn. At the Pokemon checkup of this turn actually. Research. We got the new Research Professor Rowan. So they're using the old one, Professor Oak. But Rowan, the rare Rowan, is quite difficult to pull. We got the full art rare Rowan and the regular Rowan. I'm not even sure if there is a full art Rowan. Pretty sure there is though. Cryogonal, another Tails, interesting. They got so many Tails this turn. They got so many Tails this game. Quite lucky of it. Yellhorn, Galarmine, and Severe Poison knocked out. Okay, now we need... Oh, we don't need anything. We just need to evolve, bench, and we're good to go. We're gonna play Cryogonal. I don't think we need anything else. We just need to attack, 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 right? So if they boss order the Bibarel or Bidoof, we're just gonna attach 1 energy at a time, wait for the retreat, and then Air Balloon at the last minute, Rainbow Flavor, and we're good to go. Tool Gem. 15 cards left in the deck. I don't think they can win that easily. They got 16 cards left. I don't think they can play any more cards from their hand. Let's see how many we have. We have 16 cards left. They have 15. So now we have more cards inside our deck. And since we draw first, yeah, they pass the turn, we are drawing first. That means, you know, they deck out first just because we have one extra card more than them. Okay, let's just do Pokegear for Café Master. And then we can't play Café Master because it's gonna end our turn. So let's just do the final knockout hit with Rainbow Flavor, turning 50 damage for the last prize just because they have no bench. We won the game. So I think I'm just gonna end the voiceover right here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. If you find our videos interesting, entertaining, or fulfilling in any way, we'll see you next time. Have a great day and bye for now, lovely people. The next episode, the next 2 gameplays is gonna be silent. This one is up against Magmortar Electivire. The next game is up against Rayquaza VMAX and Dracozolt. So please enjoy and focus on the game and enjoy your life. Have fun, and we'll see you next time. Bye guys!